there are many stories also that uh, I did not remember
mm,
until I was asked to talk about the Holocaust.
mm,
And one of them was a dream with my father.
mm,
Maybe you should hear that. When we were lying on the floor like sardines in concentration camp, we did not have those bunks that they had in Auschwitz. But on the other hand, it was much more milder. We were not surrounded by electric wire, and we could steal ourselves from, sneak out from camp because we had only two guards watching us, and most of the time they were drunk. So
mm,
at night, we were sneaking out from camp, go for miles into the woods, in the forest, and in the fields, and pick up things that the peasants did not want to bother picking up because the food was bad, like corn, potatoes, and that's how we survived the 3.5 years.
mm,
So, but the first year we could not orient ourselves. We didn't know where we were, what was happening. Everybody was sick, couldn't get up from the floor. Most of the people died. So when my father died, he died on the left side of me on the floor. And I looked at him and I saw he was with glazed eyes and he was dead. You know, I was brought up in a religious home, so I figured he's a good man, God will save him. And I was waiting for God to save him, to bring him back to life. And in the meantime, I fell into a coma.
mm,
My mother told me that. My mother was the only one that did not have typhoid in that room because she had it when she was a child and she was immune to that. Another story. And I fell into a dream. In dream, my father came to me dressed in holiday clothing with a big smile on his face and so much light that I almost, it did not look real to me. But the smile was also not real because my father was not a smiling type. He was a
mm,
wonderful man. Uh, Wonderful is not even enough, not because he was my father, but he had a grocery store that he used to give away things for free because my people could not afford it and he knew they couldn't pay. So he said, don't worry, you'll pay me later. And that's why many people owed him money and we didn't have he didn't have enough to pay the people who provided him with the stuff. So that was another story. So anyway, he never smiled, but his heart was, just full of compassion for people. And but this time he smiled so happily, and he took a piece of matzah and gave it to me in my mouth and said, "Don't worry, everything will be okay, and it will not be like it is now." And I tasted it and woke up.
mm.
Very few people, if they got to such a state, ever woke up in that room. So that was the time when I decided I was going to fight for my life.